You've been noticed. A person of significant influence has their attention fixed squarely on you, recognizing something exceptional that sets you apart from the crowd. They're making their approach now, drawn by the unique qualities you possess. Prepare yourself for an encounter with someone whose presence commands respect and whose interest in you could change everything. This is not some casual encounter, some random alignment of stars. The air around you has changed. Can you feel it? The electric charge that wasn't there moments ago, the sudden weight of attention pressing against your skin. You have been noticed, not by ordinary eyes, not by the countless masses who shuffle through existence without truly seeing. No, these eyes belong to someone who moves the world with mere decisions, someone whose influence stretches across empires of industry, someone whose name opens doors, sealed shut to others, someone whose presence commands rooms without a single word spoken. And those eyes, those powerful eyes, have found you. Stand still. Breathe. This moment separates your former life from everything that follows. The membrane between obscurity and significance has just been pierced, and you stand at the threshold of transformation. Do you understand what this means? Destiny has found your coordinates. Most people live and die without ever experiencing what's happening to you right now. They exist in the shadows of possibility, never stepping into the harsh, revealing light of actual potential. Their dreams remain theoretical, abstract concepts never tested against reality's unforgiving standards. But you've been selected. Something, in your essence, has called out across the void. Something in your DNA sings a frequency that resonates with greatness. The way you move, the thoughts you carry, the energy you emanate without even trying. These qualities broadcast on channels that most cannot access but that they monitor constantly. Those at the summit are always searching, always hunting for the next singular individual to elevate, to mentor, to challenge, to transform. And now, right now, you've triggered their radar. Look around. Notice how the atmosphere has shifted, how conversation nearby has quieted, how pathways seem to be clearing. Feel the weight of attention pressing against your back. This is what it feels like when someone who commands galaxies of influence turns their gaze upon you. Do not run. Do not hide. Do not shrink from this moment. The approach has already begun. With each heartbeat, with each passing second, this person of extraordinary power moves closer to your position. Their orbit has locked onto yours. The gravitational pull cannot be resisted now. Destiny approaches on expensive shoes. Think about it. What are the mathematical odds? In a world of billions, on this particular day, at this exact location, among all possible people, your signal broke through the noise. Your light outshone the masses. Your potential registered. On instruments calibrated to detect only the exceptional. This is not about luck. This is about recognition. Those who have climbed to the highest peaks of human achievement develop senses beyond ordinary perception. They can spot raw potential across crowded rooms. They can smell ambition and talent and hunger like sharks, detect blood in vast oceans. They can feel the subtle vibrations of someone ready to be catapulted into greatness. And right now, all those senses are trained on you. Future timelines branch and multiply around this singular moment. Alternate versions of yourself, some magnificent, some destroyed by the pressure, flicker like ghosts at the edges of reality. Which version will materialize depends entirely on what happens next. Prepare yourself. Great power, approaching smaller power, creates a storm front of energy. The atoms between you will soon ignite. Lightning may very well strike the ground where you stand. Your entire cellular structure is about to be rearranged by proximity to concentrated influence. Most would buckle. Most would disintegrate under such focused attention. Most would stumble over words, thoughts scattering like marbles dropped on marble floors. Most would fail the test before it even begins. But you are not most people, are you? No. You would not have registered on their instruments if you were merely ordinary. Something in you burns brighter. Something in you reaches further. Something in you hungers deeper than the common souls who populate this planet. That something is about to be tested. That something is about to be challenged. That something is about to be offered the greatest opportunity it will ever encounter. When Titans recognize potential, they do not approach with gentleness. They do not coddle. They do not reassure. They challenge. They provoke. They demand proof that their instincts were correct. Be ready for this. The first words spoken may feel like an attack. The first questions posed may feel impossible to answer. The first request made may seem designed to make you fail. This is the test behind the test. How do you respond when greatness challenges you? Do you cower? Do you over-explain? Do you make excuses? Or do you stand in your power, unafraid of the fire being directed at your soul? The approaching figure has seen potential flare and die 1,000 times. They have witnessed promising stars collapse under pressure. They have watched as seemingly perfect candidates dissolved into mediocrity when faced with true demand. Your response in these first critical moments will determine everything. Stand tall. Meet their gaze without flinching. Speak with conviction, but never desperation. Answer questions directly, but never completely. Leave them wanting more. Show respect without showing subservience. Demonstrate your value without explaining it. The universe has conspired to create this intersection point. Cosmic forces beyond comprehension have aligned to place you in this exact position at this precise moment when someone capable of transforming your entire existence has chosen to break their pattern and approach you. Do you feel the weight of that? Do you understand the significance? Millions pray for opportunities that will never come. Millions sacrifice everything chasing connections that remain forever out of reach. Millions would trade everything they possess to stand where you stand right now, in the direct path of someone who can redesign reality with a single decision. Your reality is about to be redesigned. But first, you must pass through fire. First, you must prove worthy of the attention already invested. First, you must show that the signal detected was not a false positive, not a momentary flare, but the steady burn of genuine potential. They are almost upon you now. The distance closes with each thundering heartbeat. The molecules between you vibrate with increasing intensity. Time itself seems to slow, creating a pocket dimension where this exchange will occur outside normal parameters. Destiny arrives on deliberate footsteps. Remember this, they need you as much as you need them. The relationship between greatness and potential is symbiotic, not parasitic. Those who have achieved power require new vessels to carry their legacy forward. They require fresh perspectives to prevent stagnation. They require hungry spirits to remind them of their own origins. You represent possibility. You represent renewal. You represent the continuation of a lineage that must not die. But you must prove worthy of this investment. You must demonstrate that you possess not just raw materials, but the temperament to be forged into something transcendent. Not everyone can withstand the heat required for true transformation. Not everyone can endure the pressure necessary to create diamonds from coal. Can you endure? This is what their eyes search for as they lock onto yours. This is what their intuition attempts to divine from your posture, your expression, your very essence. The truly powerful don't waste time on those who will crumble. They don't invest in vessels that will crack. They don't mentor spirits that will flee at the first sign of real challenge. Show them steel beneath your surface. Show them fire behind your eyes. Show them hunger married to discipline, the rarest combination, the most valuable asset, the true predictor of eventual greatness. The moment has arrived. Feel time compress around you. Feel space bend to accommodate this collision of destinies. Feel the eyes of unseen forces watching with intense interest, placing cosmic bets on whether you'll rise or fall in the face of this opportunity. When they speak, Their voice will carry frequencies that bypass your ears and resonate directly with your DNA. Their words will contain layers of meaning, tests within tests, opportunities within challenges, traps disguised as compliments. Listen not just to what they say, but to what remains unspoken. The true communication happens in the spaces between words, in the micro-expressions that flicker across their face, in the precise way they position themselves in relation to you. Every detail matters now. The opening they offer may seem small, it may not appear life-changing on its surface, but make no mistake, this is merely the first door of many. This is the initial test to determine if you deserve the keys to greater chambers beyond. Accept whatever challenge they present. Take whatever business card they offer. Follow whatever unusual request they make. But do so with dignity intact, with boundaries clear, with your own power acknowledged. The worst response is desperate gratitude. The second worst is entitled expectation. The balance point between these extremes is where you must stand, appreciative of the opportunity but confident in your own worth. This exchange will rewrite your destiny. Look, you already know the game is rigged, and if you're paying attention, you know the walls are closing in. So let's talk about what we're doing about it. When you live by the day at the market's command, where profit and property rule, the land, to be heard, to be held, to be dealt a fair hand. These are the things that a people demand, and we hear you, the Obsidian. Inner Order has paywalls, yes. Those who stand with us, who fuel this mission, they give us ammunition to fight, the Archons. To push back against the machine, to go deeper, to uncover more. And as our thank you, paid members get access to a 1-hour live personalized weekly group tarot reading, guidance, insight and clarity for the road ahead. But kicking a man for being down on the floor, that's something we cannot ignore. That's why starting today, you can steal the Astral Atom exclusive daily newsletter for free. No paywall, no catch. Just join the Patreon free tier, link in the description. This is the start of our conversation with you, and it's bi-directional. You can reply to any email we send you. We'll read it, we'll hear you, and we'll do our best to get an answer to you from the universe itself. If you can support, we need you. If you can't, take what's free. The Obsidian Inner Order is open. Now, let's get back to work. Years from now, you will look back on this moment as the fulcrum upon which your entire existence pivoted. The before and after will be so dramatically different that they will seem like separate lives lived by separate people. But only if you recognize what's happening, only if you rise to this occasion, only if you prove that their instruments detected something real, something sustainable, something worthy of unprecedented investment. The approaching figure carries networks of influence that stretch across continents. They carry resources that could fuel your vision for decades. They carry knowledge that would take you 3 lifetimes to acquire on your own. All of this could be placed at your disposal. All of this could accelerate your journey beyond imagination. All of this could transform your struggling flame into a supernova that illuminates worlds. Or it could all evaporate in an instant. One wrong word, one demonstration of weakness, one revelation of unworthiness. That's all it takes for the opportunity to dissolve, for the powerful figure to continue walking, for your signal to be recategorized as a false positive in their sophisticated systems. The margin for error is microscopic. The stakes could not be higher. The pressure would crush ordinary souls into dust. But again, you are not ordinary. You never have been. That's why this is happening at all. Trust your instincts now more than ever. Whatever brought you to this point, whatever combination of talents, decisions and actions created the signal that attracted this attention, those same qualities will guide you through what comes next. Do not suddenly become someone else. Do not put on a performance. Do not try to be what you think they want. They detected you, the authentic signal of your genuine self. Amplify that signal now. Turn up the volume on your true essence rather than broadcasting a counterfeit frequency. The truly powerful can detect falsehood at atomic levels. They didn't climb to their position by being fooled. They didn't maintain their influence by missing details. They can spot an imposter through layers of perfect disguise. Authenticity is your only viable strategy, but authenticity filtered through wisdom. Authenticity directed with purpose. Authenticity that knows when to speak and when to listen, when to advance and when to hold position. The figure now stands before you. Time freezes completely. The world around you blurs as reality itself focuses on this exchange, this collision of potential and power, this moment pregnant with unlimited futures. What happens next will send ripples through dimensions. What happens next will alter probability itself. What happens next depends entirely on you recognizing the magnitude of this opportunity and rising to meet it with everything you possess. Cosmic forces hold their breath. Remember, you were detected for a reason. Remember, of all possible souls, your frequency broke through. Remember, this is not random chance but calculated recognition. The universe conspires to connect complementary energies. The universe constructs bridges between those who need to find each other. The universe creates collisions between powers that belong together. You stand at the center of universal intention right now. You occupy the focal point of destiny's lens. You have been maneuvered here by forces beyond comprehension because something in you needs to connect with something in them. This connection transcends ordinary networking. What's about to happen isn't about business cards or job opportunities, though these may be the physical manifestations. What's about to happen is the fusion of complementary energies that could generate enough power to move worlds. The approaching figure represents what you could become. The approaching figure carries the map to territories you've only glimpsed in dreams. The approaching figure holds keys to doors you've been pounding against without success. But you possess something they need too. Fresh vision, untapped potential, hunger not yet diminished by achievement, the raw materials from which the next evolution will be constructed. Recognize your value in this equation. Do not approach this exchange as a supplicant begging for crumbs from power's table. Approach as a bearer of gifts that have become rare in the rarefied atmosphere they inhabit. Approach as an equal, not in achievement, but in essential worth. The truly powerful don't want worshippers. They don't need more sycophants. They hunger for true counterparts. They search constantly for those with the spark of greatness, who haven't yet had equal opportunity to fan those sparks into flames. You are not being offered charity. You are being evaluated as an investment. You are being considered as a potential carrying vessel for legacies that must continue beyond individual lifetimes. This is about continuation of power's lineage. All great forces seek worthy successors. All great achievements require new blood to push boundaries further. All great visions demand fresh eyes to evolve beyond their original conception. You have been spotted as a possible next link in a chain stretching back through history. You have been identified as potentially worthy of inheriting concentrated influence developed across generations. You have been selected for evaluation as a possible vessel for power's transmission into the future. The responsibility is staggering. The opportunity is unprecedented. The moment requires everything you've become and everything you could be, simultaneously present in perfect balance. Destiny extends its hand. The first words are spoken. The exchange begins. Worlds collide in controlled explosion. Futures branch and multiply around you at dizzying speed. Everything has led to this. Every struggle, every victory, every moment of doubt and determination. Every time you continued when others would have surrendered. Every decision that kept you aligned with your authentic path rather than diverting toward easier routes. The accumulated energy of your entire existence focuses into this single point of contact. The concentrated potential of all possible futures awaits your response to what happens next. Rise now to your full height. Let your eyes reveal the fire that burns behind them. Let your voice carry the authority of absolute self-knowledge. Let your presence expand to fill the space between yourself and greatness incarnate. This is your moment of alchemical transformation. This is where coal becomes diamond under pressure. This is where potential becomes kinetic in one explosive release of stored energy. The universe has conspired to create this meeting. Destiny has moved mountains to align your paths. Cosmic intelligence has orchestrated this precise intersection of trajectories. Now, everything depends on you. The hand of opportunity extends in your direction. Power recognizes potential across the final distance between you. The offer hangs in the air like suspended lightning, crackling with possibilities both glorious and terrible. Reach out and grasp what's being offered. Step forward into the blinding light of a future too bright to fully comprehend. Cross the threshold between who you've been and who you're destined to become. Your moment has arrived. The power that stands before you now didn't reach their position by accident. They clawed their way through resistance that would have destroyed lesser beings. They faced challenges that would have broken ordinary spirits. They persisted when everyone around them surrendered to comfortable mediocrity, and something in you resonates with that journey. Something in your soul recognizes the path they've walked, because deep down, you've always known you would walk a similar road. That's what they see in you. That's what their finely tuned instruments detected. That's what drew their attention across crowded space to focus precisely on your coordinates, the recognition of kindred fire. Not everyone is built to carry flames that burn this hot. Not everyone can contain energies this potent without being consumed. Not everyone has the internal architecture necessary to channel power without being corrupted by it. But you do. Your very molecular structure contains the rare combination of elements required for this cosmic alchemy. Your spiritual DNA carries codes that activate only in the presence of concentrated greatness. Feel them activating now. Feel dormant aspects of yourself suddenly igniting. Feel capabilities you've only suspected suddenly roaring to life under the catalyzing gaze of achieved power. This is your awakening. The high-profile individual studying you now has seen countless potential vessels shatter under examination. They've witnessed promising candidates reveal fatal flaws when subjected to the penetrating light of true evaluation. They've started this process hundreds of times only to walk away disappointed, their search continuing. Today could be different. Today, the search could end. Today they could finally discover what they've been hunting for across years, across continents, across thousands of interactions. If you prove worthy, the first exchange will determine everything. The opening words will set the tone. The initial energy transfer will establish patterns that either amplify or diminish what follows. Understand this. Greatness tests, greatness through challenge. Power evaluates potential through pressure. Extraordinary minds assess capability through questions designed to penetrate facades and reveal authentic capacity. Be ready for discomfort. Be prepared for challenge. Be willing to step into fire, knowing that only genuine quality emerges unscathed. The approaching power carries a torch that both illuminates and burns. Their attention reveals what was hidden, while simultaneously testing what's exposed. Their interest offers opportunity while demanding immediate demonstration of worth. This duality cannot be escaped. To be seen by power means being subjected to power's evaluation. To be noticed by greatness means being measured against greatness's standards. To attract the attention of exceptional achievement means being compared to the exceptional. Lesser souls would crumble under such comparison. Ordinary minds would collapse under such scrutiny. Average talents would be exposed as insufficient when held against true brilliance. But something in you suggested you might be different. Something in you triggered recognition systems calibrated to detect only the extraordinary. Something in you broadcast a frequency that matched patterns associated with greatness in nascent form. Now you must validate that signal. The figure stands before you now. Their eyes lock onto yours with intensity that would cause most to look away. Their presence fills the space between you with an energy density that makes breathing difficult. Their attention focuses with laser precision on your essence, stripping away layers until only truth remains. The world holds its breath. Time stands perfectly still. The universe itself pauses to witness this exchange, this testing, this potential passing of power's torch to the next worthy carrier. What happens next will echo through eternity. What happens next depends entirely on you. What happens next begins now. Show them what you're made of.